Good morning, everyone. First and foremost, obviously the most important, we are not drinking wine in this video because it is 8:23 in the morning, so we're drinking coffee. So, coffee enthusiasts, you are now being welcomed into the fold. Winos, obviously, y'all know how it really is, so I'm pretty sure we'll have to film another late night video with wine. We'll just swap back and forth between wine and coffee, wine and coffee. Today, we are going to talk about the next book in the series that I mentioned in the last video. So, Welcome to the Point is the series by Jay Crownover. The first book was Better When He's Bad. It was Bax's book, Bax and Devi. The second book is called Better When He's Bold, and it is Race's book. So hopefully, I realize it's only been 48 hours since the last video, but that gives you literally plenty of time to have read Bax's book by now. So I am hoping that you have read and are ready for some kind of spoilers, I guess, when I'm talking about this book, I'll reference the last book, obviously, so I'll try not to really spoil anything serious, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, okay, so Better When He's Bold is about Race and Bryson, okay? If you read the first book, you know Bryson is a girl that worked with Devi at the little restaurant that they were both waitresses at. Bryson has grown up on the hill, I think is what it's referred to as. So her family has had money her entire life. Her and Devi are best friends, or as much best friends as two girls who are kind of loners can be. They're basically closest with each other. Race Hartman is Bax's best friend. Remember, he's the one who was missing for most of Bax and Devi's book. He is also Devi's brother, okay? Race also grew up on the hill, but met Bax when he was like 16 or something like that. And basically, maybe potentially this is a little bit of a spoiler, but I don't really feel like it is. Bax tried to hijack his car when he was with a girl, and Race and him got into a huge fight and basically beat the shit out of each other, and then Race drove him to the hospital, and they were best friends ever since. So, you know, it's one of those kinds of really solid friendships. So now that Race is back, he is kind of taking over the point and trying to step into a role where he's basically leading all of the illegal activity and crime with another man. His name is Nasir. Basically, Bax, while he's like super bad and obviously went to prison for 5 years, he also is not interested in running things like that. He basically just wants people to leave him alone so he can do his own shit and doesn't want to deal with anyone's trouble. He doesn't really care about anyone else's problems. Race wants to take more of responsibility in making sure that essentially good guys are the ones delegating and running all of the illegal activity in the point. So he never wants the point to fall into the hands of someone who's actually genuinely really horrible and doesn't give a shit about any of them. You know what I mean? So he's very, very, very smart, and he's also bold, better when he's bold, and really brave, and just also a badass. Doesn't really give a shit about the fact that he grew up on the hill. He's really earned his spot within the point. So him and Nasir are kind of trying to take over things and run things himself, okay? I don't feel like this is a spoiler either. So basically, when Race starts running the point and people come to him for money and this and that, and he needs favors, things like that, if people don't pay up, he takes their cars and he puts them in Bax's garage, and it's basically his way of keeping people on the straight and narrow, okay? He steals their cars if they don't pay up, and if they never get him the money, then he just sells their cars and parts them out and things like that. While he's starting and doing all of that, Bryson is going to college. She has always, I think this is right, she's always had a thing for him, but he's a bad boy, and she's like, stay the F away from me, you know? So she always wants to keep like the fact that she's had this crush on him forever a secret, and she's usually a bitch to him because of that, I think is what it is. So basically, in the beginning of the book, they see each other at a party. he sees her as kind of like a challenge, and obviously she doesn't really want anything to do with him most of the time, so he's always like intrigued by her, kind of a thing. So anyway, all the stuff happens at the party, blah blah blah. I'm not going to spoil any of that, but the gist of the book is that she starts getting threatening text messages. She starts realizing that it seems like someone is after her, and she has no idea why or who it would be. So Race ends up being the best person to try and figure out who's after her, and then also protect her, because she's used to the hill and this higher life, and the people that are after her, they think are part of the point, and obviously are bad guys, for lack of a better word, and not something that she can necessarily take on herself. She also has a younger sister, Carter, who also has her book later on as well. It was one of my favorite books, but without skipping ahead a million books, Bryson and Race's book is awesome. I loved their book because it was a lot of setting up the plot line for the rest of the series. You know what I mean? Like Race taking this spot in the point in leadership is really important to the rest of everything that happens in the point. So I loved that about it. Also, Bryson is basically a good girl. She's working on her studies. She's working her job. She's taking care of her family. She has a really rough home life now. Her mom was involved in an accident, and now she's an alcoholic. Her dad is like a computer whiz, but he has kind of fallen off the bandwagon after the mom fell off her bandwagon. So it's just a lot of stuff that she has to go home and take care of her 16-year-old sister. So she's not really into playing games. She doesn't want to waste time, obviously, on Race, even though she has this crush on him, because she knows in the long run he's not going to be good for her. So it's very, very interesting, very good. I loved it. You guys, seriously, if you've already read the first book, then hopefully you're as hooked on this series as I am. So start the next book, Better When He's Bold. The book after that is Better When He's Brave, and that is Titus's book, and that's a cop book. I skipped it. I'm so sorry. Don't skip it though. Please don't skip it. Read it, because I'm pretty sure I missed out on some really solid things by missing his book. So I probably won't do a video on that one since I don't know all the details of it. I'll just say that it's Titus's book. By now you know who Titus is. Also, Titus's book ends the Welcome to the Point series. After that, it splits into Breaking the Point, and Breaking the Point, the novella in that series, and that is Benny and Echo's book. You should also know who Benny is by now, but I didn't read that. I think I'm gonna go back and read that one though, because I didn't realize it was about them. I'm gonna go back and read that one, and I will make a video on that one as well. But technically the series starts with Nasir and Honor's book, and that one was really good as well. So I won't skip ahead and tell you the rest of the books, but do Better When He's Bold. Read that one. Read the next one after this. I will try to get another video up on the first book in Breaking the Point in the next couple of days. I also started this new series, you guys, right now that's really, really, really different. I won't go into it yet or say what it is, because I literally just started it last night, and I want to make sure that I actually really like it. I'm kind of torn right now on how I'm feeling about it, but I will keep you guys posted. As always, if you guys have suggestions of books you want me to read and review, please, please, please drop them below, because I want to know. You can send me a message on Instagram or on Facebook. It's fine. I don't care either way, but here's my Instagram. I'll put it right here. Hopefully that's the set I'll put it on. Also, you guys, I have a Facebook group that I've not been active in at all, honestly, but now that I'm doing more of these videos, I think I will probably be more active in it. If you want it, it's kind of like a book reading club group. If you want in it, let me know. I'll add you to it. Don't forget to subscribe. Give this a thumbs up if you like it and you want to see more book reviews. I think that's about it. Thank you so much for watching again, you guys. I will see you soon. Bye.